Guys, welcome. Thanks for having us. Lee Fitting, I'm the senior coordinating producer of GameDay. It's awesome to be here. It's been one of the more exciting build-ups to any show that I've been part of in my 10-year tenure of producing GameDay. To go off the radar, to give some love to a program like North Dakota State that certainly deserves it, it's been great.
What was the reaction like from your GameDay peers when you guys made the decision that Fargo was going to be a place for you?
Let's go.
When did Fargo first pop up on the radar screen? The decision was made fairly recently, I assume, but when was Fargo first in the discussion?
Late fourth quarter in the Kansas State game. We were in the truck at Clemson, and we were sort of just messing around where we were going to go the next few weeks. And we said, week 2, there's a bunch of games. Week 3 is Bama A&M. Week 4, a little weaker on the 1A slate. And someone said, God, North Dakota State's beating Kansas State. Then someone said, gosh, haven't they beaten a bunch of other FBS schools recently? And we looked it up and said, haven't they won a national title? No, 2. Wow, no, not 2. They won 10. God, they're the sort of the Alabama of FCS. And we said, are they home this week? And it turns out they were. And from that point on, it just slowly picked up momentum. And everyone back at ESPN was they sort of took our word. And they got behind it, and here we are.
So if NDSU would have fumbled against Kansas State on that last drive, you'd be in Tuscaloosa.
We wouldn't be here. I can promise you that.
Tom Rinaldi, a reporter for the show.
What surprised you most, Tom, when you got here? Talking just being around the program with kids.
I don't know if it was a surprise, but being around practice, it was so easy to see the joy of the players. Sometimes at the biggest levels of college football or any sport, you see a sense of entitlement. There is no sense in that direction whatsoever around the Bison program. I'll tell you this, I'll echo what Lee Fitting said, and I mean it as earnestly as anybody, because we asked more of Ryan than we maybe ask of any SID and his staff, because we're having to build a lot of things from scratch. Yes, we've really enjoyed broadcasting the playoff games and the championship games that the Bison have won, but there's a lot that we don't have that we really needed. A simple thing like asking Coach Bowl to wear a microphone in practice and be wired. We do that a lot, but in this case that can't really be supplemented with a library of ISO footage from games that date back a long way. We needed that. Coach Bowl wore the microphone the entire practice. There was great access to the players. We asked them to do a lot. You'll see a little bit of this in the feature, and hopefully they enjoy it when they see it. They indulged us quite a bit with their time. I'm going to probably get nervous and break into a flop sweat because Chris Fowler is here right now.
What is going on here? Are you kidding me?
And the pressure I now feel is immense.
This story's a feel-good. This story's a feel-good one. It's not. You're not going to sob.
No disrespect for the lack of tie. This is unprecedented. I didn't expect this, to say the least. So here we are. First of all, thanks for the interest. I mean, to be honest with you, I've done this 24 years. We've taken this show everywhere. It's the 32nd state we've gone, and I've never seen anything like this interest in a game day appearance. I'll tell you a little piece of information that nobody really knows. I'll share this with you. This week, for a long time, we had sort of plotted to do the show in Times Square. We knew that the schedule in FBS wasn't very strong this week, and this was an opportunity to salute a program or do an alternative show. And we had wanted to do the show in the crossroads of the world in Times Square. For various reasons, that didn't make sense. We latched on to the idea of coming here. So from Times Square to Broadway and Fargo, it just seemed like kind of an interesting contrast. And we thought, once we saw the pictures of it, Tom Lucas, our director, was in town all week in charge of choosing the location, among other people. But he was the point guy. And given the options, we thought it was great. We would not do a show inside a dome. I mean, that's just not, for us, hours to kick off. There's all kinds of logistical reasons that made it complicated that the school brought up. So once we saw this downtown setting and the iconic marquee and learned a little bit about it, for us it was the obvious choice.
Downtown?
You've done a show from...
No, we haven't. That's why that was the opportunity to sort of do. This will not look like any other game day we've ever done. I think that's the first thing I'll say we come on the air is this is a hotbed of college football. You may not know it around the country, but the fans here are as crazy and as passionate and as informed and as invested as anywhere.
Will there be a celebrity guest picker?
Yes, there will be. I don't know, have we announced that? We haven't announced it yet. We are in the process of finalizing that, but it's someone with Bison roots.
What do you think of this NDSU football team and this crop that they have here?
Excellent team, fundamentally sound, mature. They played like you'd want a team to play as a coach. They represent discipline, sound football. They don't try to trick you necessarily. Blue-collar mentality. That's what we'll get across, I think. It's not that they're winning these championships with smoke and mirrors. It's just old-fashioned, basic football.
Any questions?
How's your week been?
It's been fun. It's been great. I was blown away by that video that it's been everywhere at this point. It was tremendous to see that kind of excitement. And if you have a Brock Jensen, if you have a guy that can run or can throw or do some things at any level, Georgia Southern, wherever it might be, I think the quarterback today in college football is probably more of an equalizer at any level of football than he's ever been. And it's because of these formations and because of what these quarterbacks can do to defenses. So if you find that guy, I think that's the key to being able to compete with whoever you're playing against. The video, I think, said it all when our bus and our trucks came pulling in, and to see the excitement, it gave me chills, just to see all these people so excited about their program. Because for us, it's all about you guys, and it's all about these players, and it's all about the coach. We just happen to be a conduit to the fans. We never look at this selfishly. We never look at it like it's about us. Hey, the rock stars are here. We're the last guys to do that. We just happen to bring a show, and it's your spotlight for 48 hours. Let's go crazy and show America who you happen to be. That's really why we're here. It's about your players and your coaches, and this level of football has nothing to do with us. So this is, because that's our approach every week, no matter where we go next week, we just happen to be here this week. It's exciting to see, with that being our goal, it's exciting to see the people taking advantage of selling their school and their city for all that it has to offer. And I think America will be shocked when they see the passion that the folks have here in Fargo for the Bison.